Hello everyone, my name is Kathleen Provost. I currently teach 6th grade science at Ledyard Middle School, and I'm here today to talk about my action research and share my results and plan. I propose that if students were given social emotional learning, that the number of positive peer interactions they engaged in would increase. The 3 research questions central to this focus are: 1. How does social emotional learning increase the number of positive peer interactions in the classroom? 2. How did the COVID-19 pandemic influence the need for social emotional learning in educational settings? And 3. How does building positive peer relationships in the classroom impact the school climate? The proposed plan included students engaging in one 30-minute social-emotional lesson per day centered around the 5 categories outlined by the CASEL framework. These 5 categories include self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Students led small group discussions by providing knowledge, experiences, and skills that have worked for them. Instruction was supplemented with modeling, graphics, and videos that pertain to the subject. I then summarized the information, provided additional skills, and instruction as necessary. Students were asked to complete a survey about their attitudes, their understanding, and to provide examples from the lesson. Then, students were tasked with keeping count of the number of positive peer interactions they engaged in throughout the day. At the end of the day, students were tasked with completing another quick survey with the number of positive peer interactions they engaged in. Students were picked based on availability and time. These students were all part of my 6th grade homeroom. In order to address the second research question, educators and support staff were given a survey to complete that gauged their perceptions for the need for social emotional learning before and after the COVID-19 pandemic. As data shows, 27.5% of educators felt the need for social emotional learning before the COVID pandemic, and 72.5% of educators did not. The same survey revealed that after the pandemic, 94.1% of educators felt the need for social emotional learning, and 5.9% did not. At the start of the intervention and the school year, the average number of positive peer interactions was reported to be 5.3 per day. Throughout the implementation of the proposed plan, the number of positive peer interactions increased to an average of 17.9 per day. Observations gathered throughout the study supported the claim that the implementation of daily social-emotional learning lessons resulted in a more positive school climate. Some of the data I will highlight includes that 13 out of 15 students engaged in the study were observed helping others with academics. 12 out of 15 students were observed assisting peers with the transition into middle school. 8 out of 15 have been seen helping others with daily routines. And 14 out of 15 of the students were observed engaging in positive peer interactions outside of homeroom. Parents are asked to promote the use of social emotional skills outside of school, provide any additional skills as necessary, and to facilitate the discussion of social emotional learning at home. Administrators are tasked with communicating with stakeholders, selecting a social emotional curriculum, implementing the curriculum, facilitating the implementation of the curriculum, regularly assessing the effectiveness of the curriculum, and creating goals and benchmarks to measure success. You can see the suggested timetable for the proposed action plan. The synthesis of the plan is primary. Then, teachers will prepare materials and communicate the plan with families. The proposal is then submitted and the implementation of the plan can begin. During the plan, data will be collected. The plan is then revised based on the collected data and results are shared. This timetable has been generated to provide the specifics when implementing the plan. First, students will come into homeroom, and then in small groups, they will discuss a prompt. They will share their experiences, skills that have worked for them, and their knowledge on the topic. Then, they will share what they have talked about with the entire class. The teacher will summarize key points, give additional instruction, and provide additional skills. Students will be asked to take a quick survey on what they learned, attitudes, and/or provide examples or experiences. At the end of the day, students take another quick survey to report the number of their positive peer interactions for the day. It is expected that educators will feel lower rates of burnout, anxiety, and depression. Students will also have less anxiety and depression, as well as exhibit less negative behaviors. Students will have a greater sense of belonging, build positive relationships, and have improved academics. Families will feel that their student is more equipped to handle social and emotional situations. They will also feel that the school genuinely cares about the well-being of their student. Administrators will see benefits for students, teachers, families, and the overall school community. Teachers will be more likely to stay at schools longer. They will experience lower rates of burnout, negative behaviors will decrease, academics will improve, student success will improve, and the school community will become more positive. Overall, there are many benefits to this proposed action plan.